Well, a week after that van attack killed 10 people in Toronto, funerals were held today for 2 of the victims. Geraldine Brady was 83, a grandmother and a great-grandmother, known for her skill as a seamstress. She sold Avon products for 45 years. Dorothy Sewell was 80, a big fan of the Leafs and the Blue Jays, and her grandson, Elwood Delaney, flew in from Kamloops, British Columbia for her funeral. He spoke to us today as he visited the memorial.
Personally, it's affected me pretty hard. She was always there to talk to. And being across the country and not being able to be here right away was hard. I know she was such a good person, so wherever she is now, she's probably watching her sport still and being a good person. So I'm at peace with that side of it, but not how it happened. I'll probably never be really at peace with that part of it.
And of course, he is not alone. Many people are still grappling with the tragedy.
The news crews are gone. It's quiet here now. And in a way, that makes it sadder.
It's just hard to fathom, you know, the tragedy of it all, unless you really... It's just terrible.
The shock, the numbness of last week's attack is inevitably, slowly receding. What's left? A grief that seems more solitary.
Well, I thought about that as I was running up the street, and I thought, oh, we can never forget them.
The imprint of the attack is not always visible. Those white marks are paint over the van's deadly skid marks. A tragedy that still echoes. A stranger held Eddie Kang's hand, went through the contacts on his cell phone to find someone to tell. She reached Kevin Panlilio. He came today to thank that woman, Shanahan.
As I said, it's good to know that he wasn't alone, and that was really important. No, thanks. It was important to know that he wasn't alone.
Panlilio called Kang's wife in South Korea.
It was devastating for her, but the first thing she wanted to know was if someone was there, and then I said yes. And she cried even more, but not of sadness, and it was good to know.
Kang's widow now wants to meet Han too.
It must be a bit overwhelming, huh?
It is, but I just have to be strong for them because I know how much of a loss it was for them.
So I came running outside.
Bearing witness is its own burden. Ashish Varma saw 2 people die. He couldn't work all last week. The nightmares wouldn't stop.
For a few days it was so I couldn't even sleep properly because that thing had actually got stuck into my head. And then I'm slowly getting over it.
Everywhere, acts of kindness to help.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
A pastor from a local church drops by every shop to check in on people. And a few blocks away, where the attack ended, an offer to listen to.
You actually don't get over things like these. You try to live a new normal. In a situation like this where people are traumatized this way, sometimes you just need to be there.
And so he waits. Joanna Rumeliotis, CBC News, Toronto.